Good morning, church. Today is Holy Thursday or Munday Thursday. And I'm going to be taking a break, just a 1-week break from the Devo series I've been doing off of what the Bible says about humanity, or what we might call theological anthropology, or the study of man from a biblical perspective. And we're going to look at some events that took place on Munday Thursday as told to us in the Gospels. Now, you can probably guess why this is sometimes called Holy Thursday. Namely, it's the Thursday of Holy Week, which spans from Palm Sunday to Easter. But you may not understand the reason for it being called Maundy Thursday. Maundy comes from the Latin word mandatum, meaning commandment. On Thursday, when we look at the Holy Week, we see that the Lord, or Jesus, that he instituted the Lord's Supper. So we follow the command of participating in the ordinance of communion. However, in the Gospel of John, we see two teachings or commands of Jesus taking place right after the Lord's Supper, and I would like to read these to you. The first one comes from John chapter 13, verses 3 through 5, and verses 14 through 17. Jesus knew that the Father had given him authority over everything, and that he had come from God and would return to God. So he got up from the table, took off his robe, wrapped a towel around his waist, and poured water into a basin. Then he began to wash the disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that he had around them. Skipping down to verse 14, and since I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you ought to wash each other's feet. As I have given you an example to follow, do as I have done to you. I tell you the truth, slaves are not greater than their master, nor the messenger more important than the one who sends the message. Now that you know these things, God will bless you for doing them. Second, in John chapter 13, verses 31 through 35, we see another commandment, a new commandment, as Jesus says. And this happens right after Judas, or shortly after Judas had left the room to betray Jesus. And we read this: as soon as Judas left the room, Jesus said, "The time has come for the Son of Man to enter into his glory, and God will be glorified because of him. And since God receives glory because of the Son, he will give his own glory to the Son, and he will do so at once. Dear children, I will be with you only a little longer. And as I told the Jewish leaders, you will search for me, but you can't come where I'm going. So now I am giving you a new commandment." Again, that word Monday. A new commandment. Love each other. Just as I have loved you, you should love each other. For your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples. Now, I believe the foot washing that Jesus participates in and gives to his disciples fits together with this new commandment that he gives. We see Jesus humbling himself and washing the feet of his disciples. And in the first century, this was an incredible act of humility, something that the low people in a household would do for the high people in a household, is wash their feet. And Jesus, being God himself, being the Messiah, lowers himself to a position of a servant and washes and serves his disciples. Then we see Jesus telling the disciples that his time on earth is short, and he commands them to love one another. As Christ loved the disciples, we are to love each other. On Maundy Thursday, I hope you think about the Lord's Supper as a symbol of Christ's sacrifice, but I also hope you think about the love and service of Christ when he was washing the feet of the disciples. And I hope you think about the command that Christ left us to love one another. I'll be praying for you. Please pray for me. And Lord willing, I'll see you next week.